Okay, so you have all of your deal criteria. You've been in the market, you've been actively searching, you've been using the different filters to be able to search through your deal criteria. And now you found a handful of deals that you are interested in. You want to move forward. You want to figure out whether or not you can get a conversation going to get to an acquisition of this opportunity. What do? Well, you're going to want to actually engage first and foremost, make sure that the seller is interested and is not currently under offer or anything of that nature, and has the ability to continue a conversation. And then once you get that feedback confirmation from the seller, you're going to want to enter into a letter of intent or an LOI, right? The letter of intent, it's really the first sign that you as a buyer are pretty serious in terms of your interest about doing a deal. What it's going to really do is give you the opportunity to lay out some frameworks of what you need from the seller to be able to assess whether or not this is something that you want to move forward with, right? Think of it really as a frameworking document. This is going to be kind of like the framework that kicks off your relationship, and a big part of doing a deal successfully is going to be good, clean communication. Just like any communication, the better the alignment, the better organization, uh, the better the expectations, the more successful you likely will be to communicate well and ultimately be able to get to where you want to go in the relationship. So you're going to initially, outline what the potential purchase price is going to be. And again, this is non-binding because you've yet to go through due diligence. You've yet to be able to go right. So this is all negotiable throughout the rest of the deal. But you kind of want to lay out an initial framework of what your offer is, so that the seller can come back and say whether or not this is something they want to do. You're going to want to list out all the different types of what your requirements are going to be in the due diligence process. Next section is going to be due diligence. So we'll actually go through what to expect in that. But you're going to want to be pretty well structured and organized in terms of your due diligence. Uh, Tied to the due diligence, what you're really doing is you're getting, in this LOI, what you're really doing is getting exclusivity into a deal or into this opportunity for a specific period of time to complete your due diligence and decide whether or not this is a transaction that the two of you guys will be able to facilitate and close into, right? And make, come to agreeable terms with. So you're also going to be identifying what that exclusivity period is for the LOI. And in exchange for the exclusivity period, there's going to be a deposit, and that's going to be something that you guys will also outline in the LOI so that you can then enter into this opportunity to be able to go and complete your due diligence for an exclusive period of time with this opportunity. And then anything else that you may, ultimately require, any relevant, terms or conditions that will be tied to what you need as a buyer going into this opportunity. You know, Opportunities are all variable. Everyone is kind of unique and unique onto themselves. So who knows? There may be some additional things, but from a high level, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for pretty much like what the offer is. What your requirements are going to be for due diligence to be able to decide if you can commit and move forward. There's going to be some sort of deposit in terms of good intention, money for good intention that goes into an escrow account uh, to be able to enter into that exclusivity period, and then anything else. Also, you're likely going to want to tie an NDA to this. This is something that the seller is likely going to want to request of you. But realistically, it's just good practice, good policy. Make sure that everybody has a mutual NDA in place, because ultimately there's going to be a whole bunch of information that's going to be shared in this process moving forward, post LOI and moving into due diligence. You're going to have access to a ton of different information, data, financials, intellectual property, like all this sensitive information of the asset in which you're looking to potentially acquire. So everybody's want to be able to cover their bases there, and that's only reasonable, right? Getting into LOI is an exciting step. So if you're in this process and your purchase process and your buy side of the stage, that's awesome. Congratulations. We do have some templates available for you in the community. I don't know if we're going to link them to this section or if they're going to be available inside of the topic simple blueprints under templates. Definitely, every template that we offer in the community, They're boilerplates, and just like anything else in business, right? Everything is unique to yourself. There's risk associated with absolutely everything. Suggestion is it's a starting point. We absolutely suggest that in all situations, you always are bringing in with your deal team advisors and subject matter experts, including attorneys, which is who we suggest that you have every single document that we provide in this community review from your own, right, prior to using it. That's 100% on you in terms of a decision. These are just tools that we're kind of providing to facilitate, not intentionally designed to just say plug and play and go, right? So again, I want to be very clear and upfront about that. uh, but yeah, LOI is super exciting. Definitely read, take a look at the template, get comfortable with it. If you're in this game, you're going to be sending out a lot of these. You're going to be getting into a lot of these because again, you gotta kiss a lot of frogs to be able to find the right opportunities and the right deals to close. And not all deals that you enter into in an LOI is ultimately going to get across the finish line. Most will not. Most will die on the vine for good reasons, right? And that's the reason why you're going to jump into the next section, which is due diligence. And you want to kill deals fast. You want to, just like on the build side, when we're doing the ideation and the lean canvas and the financials, et cetera, we're trying to kill ideas fast. The same way we're trying to do that, you're trying to kill deals fast through your process. The faster you can get the bad out, the better and more focused and time you can have on the good. And it's typically the good that gives you an opportunity to do something great. All right, good luck, and let's get to the next one.